Codex Anute is a document that has been painted only on the front, but on the back side it has also been covered with a layer of gesso, and through cracks in that gesso surface we can see traces of an earlier paint layer. In the 1950s, one of these pages was completely cleaned, so they tried to remove the gesso layer, and we can see relatively clear drawings underneath there. The first step for understanding this palimpsest is trying to figure out what the material composition of these documents is. All of this investigation has to be done in a non-invasive manner, and that means that we cannot take any samples, so we cannot analyze the pigments in a completely invasive way. So what we have done is we've combined a range of different sources of information. First of all, historical information from Spanish early colonial sources that describe the use of pigments and other materials in the pre-colonial situation. Next to that, we have non-invasive investigation techniques that can analyze materials without touching the document. The last part is the experimentation that has been done to understand this whole process of making a document.
This is a reference collection of all of colorants. The oldest collection is from the 18th century, and it goes all the way until the 20th century. And we have many beautiful examples of colorants used in paints. We have a collection of gallnuts, different gallnuts, which are used in manufacturing of inks. Also, we have raw materials like roots for dyeing red. We have so much information about how to make pigments that Ludo Snijders came to us to ask if we can help in order to do the reconstructions. And this is where we went back to the book of Sahagún, the Florentine Codex, in which we learned how which plants they used.
We have, for example, the description by Bernardino de Sahagún. This is an encyclopedic work where a lot of different things are discussed. But one of the main sources for this research is a chapter on colors. And he discusses a lot of ways in which different colors are made. Cochinilla itself became a very important export product in the colonial period as well. So it also was described in very great detail in other colonial documents. Here we see, for example, descriptions of the animal itself, how it lives on the cactus, how it is then processed using all sorts of tools, and also how it is harvested.
The Mixtecs, they had this fantastic way of making organic pigments. So you take a plant material or a bug, and then you extract the colorant. All these organic pigments are beautiful because they are translucent. You can see through them, and when you apply them onto a paper which is already printed, you could still have the translucentness of the pigments, and adds a lot of depth. Having this knowledge I think it's pretty amazing what they could do at that time. At the laboratory, we have a lot of troubles reproducing these recipes because there shouldn't be any trace of iron, because otherwise the color would not be as red and beautiful as the Mixtecs. So they had these tricks and this knowledge that we still quite not understand very well. Knowing the way these colorants degrade, we can predict in what time they will totally decay, but also what can we do to stop this process. Some of them are degrading because of lights, others because of humidity, and others because they are suffer from the weather, the temperature. This will tell us how we have to manage these pigments in these objects. After making the pigments, you will have to draw some mock-ups and age them. And the way we age them at the Cultural Heritage Agency is with a xenon lamp. We work with the blue wool standard. This means that we age them for 2 hours, then 4, then 16 hours, followed by 40. And every time we take them out for those hours, we have to take samples and monitor how they are degrading. It's now going in for 360 hours. And we will know in what scale of the blue wool standard these colorants are reacting.